Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Rogue Robots, and the key was provided by developer. This is a top-down shooter, a roguelike as well. I'm not entirely sure how the roguelike part works, but I think it is a roguelike. I'm playing on casual, so I was able to do some progression. Settings are fine, it's the standard stuff that kinda works. We have resolution and sound control, at least some of it. Not sure if zoom out is better this or the other way around, but I'm gonna just play as I played while testing the game. It's an example of game that works fine on paper. When you read what's in it, you might think it's good, but when you actually play it, it's kinda not. So I'm just gonna try to show you a level and you will see how it works and what I don't like. So that's my campaign. I'm 21 levels in, so that's how much leveling I made. And the idea is this: you go to the core step by step. So right now I can choose one of those areas. Probably I should choose this one. For some reason it doesn't show you any buttons, but you have to press spacebar to go through it. And your goal is to go all the way to the core, defeat the core, and then you go to another town and do exactly the same thing. This is the third time I'm doing it. So I destroyed two cores which were exactly the same, going through a couple of nodes to make it there. While I was doing it, I was leveling and getting new stuff for my robot, and mostly getting perks, which I will show you in a moment. And then you go to the core. You defeat a boss of sorts. It's not a very good boss. It's just a stationary building, and then, well, you do the same thing again. So far there was no difference. So let's see how it works. We have our robot here. He has two arms, which means two weapons. I'm going to use two hell whips, which are flamethrowers, but you also have other stuff like this, and those need to be found to be used. So I am just using this hell whip, which is quite effective. So the same on the other arm. Then we have head, and we have various heads. They give various bonuses. I think it starts with courier. I'm using some because it has more health. Then torso is biker, more health again. And propeller, that's speed, less magazine size, but I kind of keep a lot of health and speed, so that's not bad. Yeah, that would be like 40% more health and minus 10 speed, but plus 15 speed, so plus 5 speed. It's generally working, this setup. So abilities would be here. We have, let's see, support, scout, juggernaut, deception. So we have 4 skill trees with 8 skills each. So there would be 32 skills total, and they can be also leveled like this one. It goes for short, medium, and great distance dodge. This one is like shooting faster. Juggernaut is more health. Anyway, game stopped responding now for some reason. Give me a moment. Still, okay, it's just Steam choking. Let's see, just recording. Yeah, it seems fine. This summons drones, this gives you bonus to identical weapons and to energy weapons. So, well, I have a sort of a build here that kinda works. This is backstab damage. Well, there is quite a lot of this, right? 32 skills with 3 steps in each. That could be 96 levels. I'm not sure what's the max level. I think it's 50 because there is an achievement for it. So you can get like half this stuff fully leveled. There's also quite a lot of achievements. Yeah, so that's the customization. This is not bad. It's actually perks and levels that you get plus those parts. How many parts? Let's see. 2 weapons and then 3 parts. So we have, yeah, 3 parts of our chassis and 2 weapons to choose from. And then you just go to the mission. Let me just check the recording again. Yes, it's fine. And when it loads, I should be able to show you. It's kind of still loading. And yeah, the loading is very, very slow for some reason. Might be Steam again, but I'm not sure. No, it's still loading. Okay, so lowest level. Right. I don't know why it chokes so much, but whatever. So our goal is to destroy 3 energy shields. I think those are energy shields. So I'm just gonna go all the way. It's very repetitive because every mission is like the same every time you do it. The only thing that differs is the type of mission. So like if you do those generators, it's always the same story. If you do let's say hacking, you always go to a building and hack it. What else is there? Sometimes you fight for 1 minute or more because you are being chased by some enemies. You have to survive 1 minute. There's a couple of mission types, or you have to get an item, but they're very similar. If you made a mission once, then the same mission is going to be very similar the next time. So yeah, like always in this mission you have to go to 3 places on the map. By the way, you have no map, and just destroy this shield and then go to next. And after you do all the shields, you go to exit, and that's the mission. So I'm just gonna destroy this. My goal is to destroy this thingy. Then it gets vulnerable. I have quite a lot of damage because I have damage for same weapons and for the energy weapon. So I'm doing probably like 180 damage or something like that of the normal. So that's quite effective. That's the boss, well, mini boss, champion we can say. It unlocks the ability to go further. So we're now going for the third. Let me just do this. It's the melee drones. By the way, I have no idea how healing works. It seems not to work. I will press 1, but nothing changed. By the way, I just moved my game window for some reason. Like this is supposed to heal me, but I don't see how it's healing me. Also, my skill just does nothing. It's supposed to heal, but it doesn't. I don't know if it's a bug or what. Maybe it just heals the other player. Okay, that's the typical idea. You have to do it a few more times. Sometimes I can do it in one go because I have high damage. But generally you have to do it a few times. Destroy the small thing, make it vulnerable, kill the energy shield, and then go to the exit. And now we have to find this one guy, this champion. It should unlock the way, sort of. We're kind of doing it, but not exactly. There must be one more champion, I think. Again, I'm gonna try to heal. I think maybe I heal, but very little. I'm not sure how it works. Yeah, now I'm gonna kill the champion. Dodge. Yeah, this is still active. No, it's not. I don't know why it's deactivated, but that's just the last approach to the exit. And we're almost done. That's a typical mission. They more or less work this way. You just kill a lot of trash mobs, you do an objective, and then you do the same in the next mission. And just all the way to the core, you kill the core and then you start over. Right. A few more. Should be able to do it, maybe. I'm kind of wounded, I guess. Maybe I lost head or something. Like you have 3 HP bars. I think one is for head and one is for each weapon, but I'm not entirely sure. Might be the case. Also, this healing seems to do nothing. I was healed, but it did nothing. Alright, this is what happens. Usually you get experience, also a level, and you move 1 step towards the core. So as you can see, I did this. Now I can go there, do another fight. Right, I would have to check this, level up something, like level up this, and maybe it heals. No, I think it also heals me. I'm not sure. I think it does. Let's see. F heals you. It says heals you, but it doesn't heal me. So it's weird. Okay, if I go back, yeah, we're at the same spot. So guys, that's the game. It's a well, roguelike to some extent. I'm not sure exactly what happens. You completely lose everything and have to start over. Maybe it's different on casual. I just don't remember how it worked. I probably didn't die for a long time, but maybe I died at the very beginning. Overall, just level up to 50. I think you go through a couple of those missions all the way to core, and then you clear various towns. They're not very different. Like first one was London. I think it was smaller. Now it's Las Vegas. So apparently you repeat the pattern, and then you finish the game eventually. I'm personally just too bored to finish it, but I can't say it's completely badly done, the game. I mean, it works on basic level. It works as a shooter, as a top-down shooter. It does have some customization. Mostly it's the perks that you want. You probably want, well, kind of obvious ones, like you do want more HP, you do want more damage, so that's quite obvious. Why not take those? But yes, you can kind of mix and match the four skill trees to your playstyle. So maybe there would be some very small replayability, and then of course you want some sensible setup of your robot parts and weapons. But once you find them, then probably you want to keep with that, because that just works. Just like this setup kind of works. I have a good mixture of speed and HP and significant damage, so this works. I just do the same thing all the time. So overall, I think it's slightly below average because of how monotonous it is, how many trash mobs of the same type you fight in every mission. Well, the missions themselves are also quite repetitive. There is a couple of types of them, sure, but a given mission is also the same as another given mission. Like hacking is always same thing as other hacking, and same goes for getting a part and escaping to the exit. You always do the same thing. Like you even get the same missions. Like I had a mission to get a bolter, and now I have another mission to get a bolter, which I already have. So it's very repetitive. It slightly defends itself with the customization and perks. Without the perks, it would be horrible. With perks, it's slightly more interesting. There's some variety of parts, but of course some are just wars, so you would probably never use them unless you have nothing else. So there is some decision making and customization, but not that much, and that's probably the main redeeming factor of the game. Also, I never played multiplayer. I don't know how it scales, so I can't tell if it's easier or harder in multiplayer. As a solo experience, well, I just got bored personally. So I did play a bit. I tested the game. It works fine, but it's just too boring and repetitive to be maybe even finished. You can probably level up a bit and do the core a few times, but then you probably got bored and just give up on it, or maybe you finish and then you deinstall. In any case, it won't probably last for longer. You could play it for achievements, like there's some achievements for like 65,000 enemies and killing enemies with every weapon, so you could go for achievements, but aside from that, the game probably won't last long on your hard drive. So I think it's just below average. It's not completely horrible, but there are much better games in the genre, much better top-down shooters like Synthetic, for instance, or even games like Binding of Isaac, or which one was it? Always forget it. Lost Castle. Yeah, this one. So there are just better games out there in similar genres. So if you're into this, if you're into roguelikes, or if you're into twin-stick shooters, you can find a better one. If it's the genre you really like, and if you grab the game super cheap, then maybe, but overall I can't recommend it. Definitely not at full price, and definitely not the best game in the genre, but it's not like completely broken. So I would give it 4 out of 10. I think it's slightly below average. Not sure how much would need to be done to fix it, to make it better. Probably a lot of changes. Well, it would need more content, and maybe, I don't know what else. Probably content. Content would help a bit. Like graphics are passable, but it's just not very interesting, and lots of stuff is just wars and useless and pointless. So you just end up doing the same thing all the time, and that's not very interesting in a game like that. Also, I don't exactly understand the whole roguelike idea. Like, do you have permadeath and then you just start over, so you can like never die, or not really? I'm not sure. It says it's a roguelike somewhere. I think it does, but I don't really feel it how it works. UI could be better as well. It's not very well explained how the health works, what is health, how you get back, why is my healing not healing me. That's strange, but most of the game is quite understandable. Like perks are well explained, and the weapons kind of work as they should probably. So for me, that's 4 out of 10. No recommendation, but Of course, if you are into this type of games, you might want to add it to a collection, but only at a very low price. Not completely horrible, but also not very interesting. So just slightly below average. So that will be it for Rogue Robots, 4 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the next review, hopefully with a better game.